Jason, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron and Jack Boot. Hey, Ron, I don't know if you ever watched the show The Shield that used to be on FX.
Well, here's the thing. You call him The Shield. I call him Captain America, Winter Soldier. So...
All right, I'm just going to say that was, for me, for a drama, that was the best finale, but comedy has to be Newhart.
Newhart, when the one where he woke up and he saw his old wife and just started banging her. That's the way that it should have. I fucking wanted to really so bad. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Here's Brian in Colorado. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, how you doing? That was quick.
Well, you're an early caller here.
Sweet. Hey, I just wanted to say the best ending of a show ever was the Bob Newhart show, the second one. He did 2 shows.
I like the ending of the first one better, Fez. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Where he just looked in and said, "We're canceled. I can't believe it. I've given this network."
Yeah, that was good, but then did you see the second one?
No. Was it funny?
Oh my God. It goes through, he's in a totally different setup and everything. The ending of the show, the last 30 seconds, everything goes black.
Wow. And then what happened?
The original show.
Wow. So all that happened.
The second whole show was a dream.
Wait, what are you saying? Are you saying that he never was on that show?
That's what they did with the ending. They made it look.
That's why I won't get the DVD series, because the whole time I'm watching it now, it looks like those people never existed.
Yeah.
What about Daryl? Was he in the bed? Daryl and his other brother, Daryl? That would have been even better. They were all in bed together. My favorite ending also was the Jetsons when they found out that they were just an acid dream that Fred Flintstone was having. That fucking blew my mind as a kid. And then Fred looks at the fucking camera and he goes like this. "Did you think you were watching the Flintstones? This is the Rolling Stones, motherfucker." They go into Sympathy for the Devil. And they said kids all over America became Stones fans that day. You ever see the ending of Happy Days?
No.
Shortcake gets raped. It's terrible. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Talking about and Liz Sets Fire brought this up. The best ending to any TV show in the history of humankind. Here's Ron in Georgia.
By far, it's got to be the Larry Sanders Show.
The Larry Sanders Show never makes people's top lists, and it's got to be one of the top 3 shows of all time. Still, anytime I run across it, it's fucking brilliant. If the show came back on now, I'd watch it.
Hank's meltdown in that show, it was great.
Fuck you! I've had your shit for so long. He's brilliant. Jeffrey Tambor, who did an Unmasked with us, who is absolutely as nutty as any of his characters. He is bizarre. Larry Sanders does belong there. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Fez, you were a big Andy Griffith Show fan.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the last show there where Aunt B had died, and she was so heavy that they had to get a forklift to bring her down through the town, and they bring this coffin in, and as they're digging her grave, they found all these bodies of murdered black people that I guess Barney Fife had been killing over the years. And it ends with Andy just turning into the camera, and he gives a big smile, and he goes, "Barn?" It's just so, it's just one of those TV moments, that just makes you want to jizz, I guess. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just perfect. Jason, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
What about Cheers? One of the best
Cheers. Do you remember that?
What happened at the end of Cheers?
Well, you know the guy who could answer all the trivia questions?
Oh, yeah, Cliff Clavin.
He was choking on some bar peanuts, right? And he's like, help me. And no one is helping him. They're all laughing. And he's like, help me. And he's on the floor. And he's like taking his last breath. And Norm says to him, let me get your drink. And just starts to piss in his mouth. And it just slowly you move over and you just see a picture of Coach.
Aww.
And it's so, I mean, I was at my house and I was just, I'm in tears at the time. Nothing to do with that. I'd been in a car accident. That was my fault, a hit and run. So I'm just in my house in tears, but I'm like, at least this is cheering me up a little bit. 866-RUN-0-FEZ. 866-RUN-0-FEZ. Jason, you're on the Run and Fez show.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. How you doing?
Good butt to you too, my friend. Good butt to us all.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to throw out a show for you. I don't know about as far as delivering a comedic performance, all-time great, but to me it was just an awesome ending was the two-part finale to Weeds over on the Showtime Network.
Loved the first part, hated the second part.
Really? What did you hate about it?
When they had to actually go weeding, and you found out that the entire show was about keeping the sidewalk weed free. And I'm like, this is the point of the show? And she I forget her name. She's so beautiful, though.
Mary Louise Parker.
Mary Louise Parker.
And she goes like, you think that's weeds? Check this out. And she just pulls her pants down. She has this big hairy muff. And everyone's like, she goes, this is what I call weeds. And then she jumps in the air like a bit and just freeze frames. And it breaks back into that Little Boxes song that everybody loves so much. And that song itself makes me think about my life, It makes me think about life itself. Yeah, go ahead, Shelby. You don't want to take forever. Act like you're Corporate Chris and get to it quick. You fucking type like somebody cut off your fingers.
Little boxes.
He can't even get. He got beat.
Little boxes made of ticky-tacky little boxes on
Now,
the hillside.
if you hear a song like this, you know that you're at school and the teacher got to sing. For some reason, women who go into the teaching profession love this song. And any PTA meeting, you'll have to hear this at the end. Paul, you're on the Run and Fez show.
Hey, how about the end of Hogan's Heroes when Colonel Klink went to Nuremberg?
No, well, the end of Hogan's Heroes was like amazing. They just open up. They're looking for Hogan. They're calling for him, and they go in, and there he is, naked, and he has been tied with his feet and his hands, and somehow bludgeoned to death with something. And everyone just goes like this. You think that was Willem Dafoe? And then Klink goes like, we'll never know. But yeah, I do think so. They were both pervs. I think they fucked too. Fade to black, not a dry pant in the house. Just beautiful. Garrison, you're on the Run and Fez show.
Hey, buddy. And my favorite series, and I didn't watch one episode, was Lost, because I knew that I wouldn't have to listen to anybody talk about Lost anymore.
Well, the beauty of the last episode of Lost, when you found out during the entire series, they were all alive. And that fucking freaked me out. So, you know how they were on the island, right, Fez?
Yeah.
Mysterious Island? Turned out to be Staten Island. And one day they're just on the other side of the island. They see a ferry. They all go, get on it, go across the ferry. Some people like to be inside, like, on the phone and shit. Other people stand outside to get a nice breeze. They're like, I'm too claustrophobic to go inside. Well, they get over to the other side, and then it just rolls up. 9/11, 2001.
Whoa.
Fuck. And I guess the plane that they went down on was one of those planes. Whew. Lost is a great fucking show. Dave, you're on the Run and Fez show.
Yeah, hey guys. Hey, I remember the Partridge Family finale. Wasn't something with Mitch Kincaid butt fucking Danny in the back of that multicolored bus?
You're being insane now, aren't you? You're out of your mind. no pederast took place on that show. That show was purity. It was a beautiful show, as a matter of fact. Although I'm going to give you a little Partridge Family trivia. They weren't actual birds. Partridge was their last name. So I was always, disappointed because they even have an egg in the logo. But if you look down, see how there's small stuff under that logo?
Uh-huh.
It actually says, if you read it, just because there's an egg here doesn't mean that some partridges broke out of it. It's really a family that started a band together that the mom's in. Can you imagine that, Mom? Oh, I know, I'll wear velvet like the rest of the family and go and play with them and sing with them. What a creep. Can you imagine the Partridge Family with a dad, where the dad's just up there, I woke up in love. You're playing for fucking 13-year-old girls. And you're like, that guy needs to get down a little bit. Best Partridge Family song of all time, Fez.
I Think I Love You.
Nope, Pass the Dutchie. That was the same family. Not a lot of people know that. Same family. Mom died in black. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Mike, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Great musical youth reference there, Ronnie. One of my favorite shows of all time, Friday Night Lights. I loved it, but it took a huge swerve when the hot, redheaded coach's wife became this much older, much less hot country singer, and now she's on ABC. It's a little weird.
I've never watched that show, Friday Night Lights, but I always wondered to myself, why not just play on Saturday mornings like a regular high school? Why do you really need the lights? There's going to be less kind of crime if the kids are home on a Friday night and going out on a Saturday morning. We got to take a break here right now. It is the Ron and Fez show.